What's popular YouTube? Another day, another demo. Fall DreamHack Fall Prep is today. Okay, tomorrow we're going to be doing casting DreamHack Fall. Going to be casting, I think, Ents North, and then earlier in the day, G2 Endpoint or Big Face. Don't know exactly which one it is. So want to do an Ents demo here. I don't know what to say about North. I'll be honest. I don't even know, man. I don't know. Like, they just don't even. Yeah, I don't know, man. Everyone who leaves North becomes good, but like, they don't really even beat. I mean, they just don't even play anyone. I don't know. They've got upset potential. They beat Nip there. Back at CS Summit. I don't know, man. Don't know what to say about North. Don't know. If I'm gonna do a demo, you hit me up. You want an easy one? Cajun? God? Lecro? Hit me up. I'll do a North demo. Right now, I think we're gonna do an Ents demo. Right now, we are gonna do an Ents demo. And here's an interesting team. X7 listed on the roster because they're doing the RMR. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Ents play with Yumpy on the team in place of X7. Yumpy. I don't know how to say his name. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. They play with, but because there's an RMR event, DreamHack Fall, so they can get the Road to Rio major points, they got to use X7. Now, X7, you know, Yumpy's like this incredible talent who got VAC banned when he was like really young. Super stupid that he's banned, that he can't play at majors and stuff. But anyways, that's a whole nother thing. His form's kind of been going down a lot, but he's had some good maps still in here. And the quality of teams is a bit different, of course. But we look at X7. I mean, he's actually been, like, honestly, like, you want to see a graph? Let me show you a graph right now. I am going to show you a graph. You're about to see a graph right now. Check this out, right? Bow. The greatest comeback since LeBron's hairline, right here. To be fair, he's recovering from a slump. Below this line is, of course, a slump, and he's just getting back to like a 1.0, but pretty good recovery. And in terms of trends, he's trending up, which is cool. Nice low death per round stat there. And Yumpy, you know, it's been up and down. So maybe, you know, Ents, they could take this seriously. I don't know. It's just this weird, incestuous revolving door of Finnish players who he's on Havu, but gets loaned to Ents when they need him for RMR events. But like what? Like what's stopping these two teams from playing against each other or playing against the same opponents? Or like, I don't know. Like where's X7? He's never at home. He's always between two teams. How do you feel if you're X7? He's like a sixth man, but he's never on the starting five. It's very strange. I don't know how I'd feel if I was X7, just being bounced around between two teams, knowing that Yumpy is always going to be used over you. Very weird, because it should just be a six-man lineup for Ents, and then they could sub him out, and then he could actually sub in for other players who might go into a slump, but he's not. He's on Havu. So let's go ahead. Okay, but we're not even doing that. We're doing Sergej. We're doing a Sergej demo. I didn't know what to do with that demo. I didn't know if to look at a good match from X7 or to look at Yumpy who's not playing. We're going to look at Sergej because here's another question. Womp, womp, womp. He's down there. He's at all-time low. This man was born in 2002. He's 18 years old. He's already at an all-time low career performance. This guy has just been getting slightly worse ever since Alexi B left. Sad times. Don't know exactly, you know, why or what's going on. But I decided to look at a map from Ents. That's their best map. That's their most played map. 5-1 recently. But here's a loss as some of the form has gone down. They played where they played against, oh, I shouldn't even have that open. Irrelevant. They played against Mouseports here. They're a loss. So, you know, with Sergej playing badly recently, looking at a very great map from them, what's going on here with Sergej? He went 8-9, so not so horrible here on T side, 56 ADR. Yumpy did a lot this half to pull him up, but overall they only got, oh, they actually, no, they got 10 rounds. Okay, Yumpy did a lot and they got 10 rounds. Okay. So we'll look at the 10 rounds they win, and just look at where the impact could have been for Sergej. And maybe he's just holding back on defaults. Hopefully not. But that is the question. And oh, we're at the. Wow, I just skipped through the demos. I just skipped back. Yo, shout out to Valve for updating the demos to allow you to skip back. That would normally take me a full 10 minutes, but it didn't this time around. So let's learn a little bit for the, you know, DreamHack fall prep about Sergej, about their T side, about Ence's strongest map, and about Sergej's position on that map, and hopefully that'll come through in the casting. Don't know when I'll drop the video. I mean, I could drop it before, drop this one tomorrow, but they have the Tarek demo as well that I just did, the second part of it. So we'll see Sergej third in. That kind of entry order says a lot. Nice taps of the Glock. Mine doesn't work like that. Maybe my crosshair needs to be a bit smaller. Ooh, a little bit of an awkward flank there. Let me try something really quick. Okay, I went back around. Okay, it was like, it was faster. I want to check out this interaction again. You just killed Kerrigan up top, unless that hasn't happened yet. Three on three. How does he lose this? Alright, so now he's worried about them pushing up. And holy crap, disappear like ships in the night. Don't even know how he got away that quickly. A hard read met by a flank watcher. Clock on this round to get the bomb plant down. So really kind of just like weak fake. Any presence he can just to pull the 1 second rotation out. Make it seem like a rush, and then he'll just come through mercenary style down the ladder, and we'll move on forward. Of course, this is not an easy map to play against Mouseports on either. We know who's at the bottom of this ladder. Those who watched our Frozen games know a lot about Frozen's ladder. So this might be kind of cool, actually. Another demo on train at ladder versus Frozen. We saw Flames versus Frozen in a demo review. Now we're seeing our B defaulter here in Sergej, who might be going head to head against Frozen. Just not an easy person to kill at the bottom of the ladder. It would say a lot. Okay, opening off shot. We'll see when that means there's an opportunity to go. He's showing a bit of his body to just try to bait out some spray. Quite quiet about it. Comes through with double. Frozen and Chris J. Holy, no one was watching that at all. I couldn't be any freer. Even when he was a bit labored on the first spray and did get traded. You can't explain that one. I think we've got 3 of his 8 kills so far. And again, Ents do have a good half, so maybe some of these few duels that he wins on ladder are highly impactful. Of course, we're seeing a lot of holding. Weird thing is, how are they going to get the bomb for this? If they've lost their main T-Con player. This makes things even weirder, man. Like, who's collecting the bomb? They're at the top of Ivy with 3 players. Was Sergej just going to run across outside as if it's the safest way to get the bomb? Okay, well, I mean, they could just kill everybody. It's fine. No big deal. See that round blow up in his face. Guess they were, I don't know. I heard an AUG. I thought it was pistols. Or I heard, yeah. heard a nog, but then I heard some pistols as well. So Sergey loses that duel to Rops. He was just, that's kind of weird. I mean, he was just looking to take a duel, just not expecting an op, I guess. I don't know. Is it worthwhile risk? Hard to say. There was no one behind him to trade. There was no flash for him to peek. He just simply peeked and died. So I guess they were just going to group up on the lower ramp and explode if no one was there. I'm going to skip through. That's one round punish for Frozen. Who wants to come up the ladder? You're not going to do that too many times at half. Are they going to do something similar? That'll be an interesting question. Okay. Made a little bit of noise. Are they going to... Oh, peek. Okay. That's probably a bit better way to a peek. Before it would have forced Rops to flick upwards. The smoke is so that the Z guy cannot see up here. So the Cloud guy can't see as well. And he's just spamming specifically just for that headshot angle. The Molotov lands mid-sight. So be careful, that lands... That smoke goes deep, so the Z guy can actually see, but it is pistols again this round. Oh my god. What is even happening? I don't even know. Way too close for comfort. We were in like 2v5 territory. This is that, you know, get right smoke. It's really tough. You can play around it so many different ways as a CT. As a T, you have to be very careful, very respectful. You got to look respectfully at that smoke. No one's around. He feels very comfortable making a lot of noise. Inner. Because it's no big deal. It's not possible to really act on the information if you're CT. Doesn't mean you're executing. Sometimes those audibles are fine. There's a smoke to back 6 and they try to group up for this. No, Sergey's Spidey sense maybe. Whose LMS is it? Rops? It is. Rops dies. Good frag by Sergej. HE, right click, running just to stop anybody from pushing. And even if they do push through it, which they can, because it's a free country, they're slowed down and they're tagged. So it makes it easier to win the duel, of course. There's a flash. They might be anti-flash. Careful little jump. Make the ladder guy uncomfortable. You spot him, he shoots, and now suddenly he might be trapped. He's still there. He has to use some grenades. You apply pressure. Sergej using a lot of ammo. He wants him to come fight. It's a very, very awkward exchange. Now he's at risk of an inner push coming in. He doesn't seem scared of it at all. And they've got someone in the left. I mean, he's here. What the fuck? Okay. And at this point, I guess they're just having fun. I said inner push, there was 4 dead. Okay, so they just rush the smoke. No one's there. Call it out. Very nice info to have early. I think they probably even looked down the ramp. On the right side of that smoke, it's possible. Feels a lot like watching Rops, of course. The shallow molly, the far molly that lands after with a nade to push him back into it. This is all just a giant trap just to confuse the guy at the bottom of the ladder to decide, can he stay in there and dodge all these grenades one at a time, or does he have to fall out? And will he get punished if he stays in one spot? They threw a late Molotov on the outside, the early Molotov on the inside, so he comes forward after the early Molotov. and then they throw the nade down. So if you miss the back Molotov after he dodged it, he comes back into the grenade, he's hurt. That's the goal. Get him hurt or make him not want to play there. No drop required. Don't know how much damage Frozen took, but I'm going to assume it's some. So far, so good. Nothing bad about this half at all, you know. He might have a overall low impact, but it's. I mean, it's basically, yeah. Yumpy's having a good job, doing a good job entering a lot, and sometimes his impact's just not that necessary. So far, we've seen him play everything quite well. Won a couple of key duels, and that's just about it. It wasn't like he had. I mean, at 56 ADR, but it wasn't like they failed anything. They had 10 rounds and a half. He was only, you know, -1. He just didn't fight that much. Didn't have a ton of deaths. Just didn't fight that much. Ariel inspecting the side of the train. Waiting for them to flash through into T-Con. He's just trying to bait this in as much as possible. There's a guy back 6 they can see. I don't know if that helps him read the setup at all. And Sergej just baiting a bit. Letting his teammate come out, covering options for him he can fall out and trade. You know, Ariel doesn't have to worry about his flank from where Sergej is. So you can watch just sitting in T-Con, he covers that fallback, which is big. And he also gets an opening kill outside. So it's kind of a good... That's when baiting is good, of course. Now here, sitting here, you can see if they walk through the smoke, and also see the back of the bomb. So it's kind of catch-all. As it comes up, he finds a new position. Really feel like his aiming style is so much like Rop's, actually. Looking to speed things up now. Don't know if this is a simple fake round or if he actually commits down. We'll see. They don't even like throwing nades when they actually go B. That's something I've noticed when they have played over here. I like to just do contact explodes for the most part. So flash from a teammate to clear everything out upper, and still at risk of a push, of course. They can go and try to get some control back. There it is. Rops, I don't even know where he came from. Up the ladder slowly behind him. Heard that flash, right? That's why flashes can be strange. Like, that flash might have been perfect to blind Rops, but it also, if he's not there, or if he is able to dodge it, it can be used as a tell for Rops. Whereas if Sergej is walking the whole time, there's no timing there. There's no audio cue for him to go off of. You'd make a blind guess. But when we see Rops push there, it looks like, oh, he's specifically pushed because of a piece of utility that was thrown by Ents that was meant to give them an advantage. But it specifically gave the other team an advantage. Created an opening. And that's why, I guess, Ents never like throwing nades on B. So the job gets a bit complicated, of course, when, you know, you go 1 for 1. You're like, when do I go down ladder? No one's out T-Con. No one has info for you. So it looks like he just takes a risk. I don't know if Frozen died, actually. That might have been a call. But they're just fine. Check the clock. You know, that smoke goes up 42. He's got lots of time to just watch, but even still, he's a bit paranoid. And Rob's in a strong spot in heaven. Such an annoying place to fight, to try to kill. Even though it's kind of like so open, there's just so many spots that you can stand in. You can't just simply hard clear heaven from anywhere below, and you have to worry about other kills. So we'll see him carefully pick apart these angles, but Chris J has an op, so not going to be an easy win for Alu. Let's see if he can Muster up the confidence to bring this one home. Waiting for that moment where he can peek Old Bomb, I'm guessing. Wow, that's a great kill. And suddenly the odds swing back into his favor. Chris J swaps out. Off to the Og. And is sitting Old Bomb the whole time waiting for Alu to make a play. It was a great shot from Alu. However. Oh my god, that's awkward. I think he got stuck on the ladder. Did not want that at all. Started shooting while he was on the ladder. Continued spray. Just at that point, you're just hoping luck goes your way. That's pretty much it. Just offered up his friend to get opt. Okay, 4v5, what do they do? Looks like they're going to group for inner. Light nade, yeah, they just go really fast. Low grenade. Sunny eats his team flash, I think. And Chris on the back lines opens things up a bit, but Sunny puts him to bed. Alu grabs an off shot, and who we got on this last round to come through? Frozen finds finally an opportunity to safely come up the ladder. And it gets a bit scary. However, now it's just Frozen. Bet he comes down the lower ramp. They seem convinced of it, in fact. Time's taken. And Sunny catches them. That's it. That is a wrap. That is a wrap. Okay, so that's cool. I mean, I learned a lot about Ence's playstyle a little bit more. I don't pay attention to them that much, so a bit more about Ence's playstyle on Train. How they approach inner. Low grenades when they like to contact explode. When they throw a bit of utility, it usually means they're not going at first. How sergej works the ladder. How some of their rounds go. Some of the mistakes were. There were minor mistakes. There were weird, couple of weird rounds. Like, you know, sergej just getting off for no reason on that ramp, or like that risk that he wants to take. Apart from that, played well. Got some important kills. Looked fine. Looked confident. Just playing like I feel like he should, with a certain level of calmness. But yeah, this is just about the fact that sergej's kind of form has dipped like crazy. So this might be a great tournament for him to come back, pull things up a bit, and get that star player rating where he should be long. You know, 1.10. That 1.10. Yeah, that's where he should be. That's where he should be. So we'll see if he can't. Yeah. Cheers to Ents. Peace out, everybody. Hope you enjoy DreamHack Fall. Maybe you're already watching it as this video comes out. And as always, thanks for the comments and everything. Let me know if you have any players you want me to review. I don't get to all of them, but I only do people I see in the comments. So it's kind of like a lottery. Are you feeling lucky? Might as well play. Costs you nothing. All right. See you tomorrow for another Coach Loud demo review.